Satnam, I'm Nirvair Singh Khalsa, and here we are in the month of December, the end of 2018. And we have, in the month of December, we have a solstice. In the northern hemisphere, it's the winter solstice. In the southern hemisphere, the summer solstice. And it's a great time to go deep into meditation. And so we're going to do a Kriya today that Yogi Bhajan taught the 2nd of October in 1972. So this is really early. It's so amazing that we've got these recordings from almost 50 years ago. And so this particular Kriya, it's interesting to take a look at. And of course, at the end of the year, KRI is doing fundraising for the Library of Teachings to help kind of straighten out some of these early recordings, because we never really expected to have a searchable database like we have in the Library of Teachings right now. And you can actually listen to the pace of this mantra for 2nd of October 1972, but there are several different transcripts and several different tapes all kind of combined together in that date. And we've got a couple of great sleuths that work for the Library of Teachings that help to straighten those things out, because oftentimes in those early days, multiple classes were recorded on one tape, etc. So please donate at the end of the year. So this relates to your ability to relate to your infinity, where the finite can relate to your infinity. And it's something Yogi Bhajan talked about, because the requirement of this is to actually go into a very deep meditative state in order for you to recognize that part of yourself that is really unlimited. But it's almost like a practice to come into and to drop into a deep meditative state. I found in my own practice that very difficult at first, especially when I was a young student and I really didn't know anything about yoga or meditation, and thank God that I found a teacher like Yogi Bhajan at a very young age. But I found as my practice has been very steady and consistent over the decades that I can drop in really fast into this meditative state. And I found by practicing this meditation now, whatever it is, 40 to almost 50 years later, that I just immediately can get to that place that he referred to in the lecture, and that's this deep meditative space. So once again, we're going to use the mantra Waheguru, but we're going to break it up into 4 parts. Waheguru. And what he said, it's like splitting the atom. He's talked about this before in breaking down mantras into components forms, that it releases a tremendous amount of energy, just like the splitting of the atom. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the hands in Gyan Mudra, but the arms are going to be up like this. So, as he said, like you're being held up, right? But upper arms parallel to the ground, and the hands are pulled back, shoulders are dropped back and down, chest up high, neck and neck lock. Eyes are going to be closed at the brow point. And he said really concentrate at the brow point, right at the root of the nose. And I think it's very good before you bring your arms up is to get to a place where you really establish yourself at the brow point. And so that you become unlimited into the depth of your brow point. Literally, it's your experience of that infinity, even though you're a finite being. And so it's going to sound like this. Tune in mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. Bring the hands up. Inhale. Waheguru. 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 So we'll do that for 11 minutes. And about halfway through, Yogi Bhajan said, let the sound carry you. Right, I know this is challenging position for the arms and for the shoulders, but the deeper you can concentrate at the brow point and really tune into that sound current of Wa, He, Gu, Ru, that all of a sudden you'll find yourself elevated, lifted in your consciousness, being and living in that polarity of a finite being who is actually infinite in nature in terms of our mind and in terms of the progression of our soul in all the spheres and planets. And so this is a great thing to do at winter solstice. And so that's why I picked this up, because I want to be doing this at winter solstice time, because I really do want to go deep. So help us out at the end of the year. Donate something. The Library of Teachings will keep making it better and better. So, Satnam and adios to 2018.